I first discovered the concept of wisdom around the age of 32, where I really focused on it. Later on, I was reading my Bible and I ran across a passage that says, if any man lacks wisdom, he should ask God, and God would give it to him. And I said, okay, I want wisdom. So I asked God for wisdom. And from that point on, I got a thirst for wisdom. Dr. Shad Helmstetter, in his book, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself, talked about the fact that your programming determines your beliefs determine your attitude determines your actions, and your actions determine your results. And so the big part of that chain is the programming. As parents have an opportunity to program their children with good principles from the time they can speak. I believe that this book would be good in any household. Even if you're a senior and your kids are grown, great-grandkids are coming. I try to think about words that I knew as an adult that I didn't know as a child, but I knew there was a benefit. For example, transparency. A child 6 years old, 7 years old does not know what that means, but we know how important that is. We know how important transparency is. And so at 6 and 7, my daughters were saying, I would ask them, what is transparency? And they'll say, being the same person in public that you are in private. I held on to the concept of wisdom, and because it became my concept, I've been able to teach it to other people. And so nothing is impossible. My favorite word in the book is wisdom. Wisdom is knowing what to do and doing it when you're supposed to do it, and knowing what not to do and not doing it. It took me about 3 months to actually write the book. I wrote the book when I was traveling on the train going back and forth to work. Each train ride, I would come up with one principle, and then I'll write that down. And so over a 3-month period, I came up with the 50. What I hope is that the children that learn from their parents, number one, the parents will gain wisdom, and number two, that the children will have a filter. They will have guardrails on their minds, so that when we're in the information age, so when all this information comes, that then they'll have a filter to be able to distinguish right from wrong. How do I feel about being here to launch the book? Well, it's not a better place to launch it than at the Miami Book Fair. And this is wonderful. You have people from all over the country and all over the world coming to this book fair. No better place. And I'm glad that I had an opportunity to do that. And I really am grateful to Reading Glass book for helping me to give my book the exposure that it needs.